This is the question asked in today's skillrack daily challenge. So in the first line of our input, we will be given an integer n as input. So here n is equal to 4, and after that we will be given an array of n integers. So our task is to multiply all these given n integers, and if the result is positive value, then we have to print 1 in our output, and if the result is a negative value, then we have to print -1 in our output, and if the result is 0, then we have to print 0 in our output. So this is our task. So first we have to multiply the given n integers. So in our sample input 1, the given n integers are -1, 2, 3 and -4. So first -1 into 2, we get -2, and then -2 into 3, we get -6. -6 into -4, we get +24. So our result is a positive value. So the integer 24 is greater than 0 and it is a positive value. So as per the conditions given in the question, we have to print 1 in our output. So I am printing 1. Suppose in the given n integers, if the integer 3 is also a negative value, then our output will be -24. So -24 is a negative value. So in those cases, we have to print -1 in our output. And suppose instead of -3, if we have 0 in this n integers, then our result will be 0. So in our output also we have to print 0. So these are the three different possibilities. And it is also given in the question that the value of n can be up to 1000. So when we are going to multiply 1000 integers, the value will be very big, such that it cannot be stored into integer and long data type. So the simple way to solve this problem is we have to count the total number of negative values. If the total number of negative values is even, then our output will be a positive, so we can return 1. If the count of negatives is odd, then our output will be negative, so we can just return -1. And if any of the integer in the given n integers is 0, then obviously our result will be 0, so we can return 0. So using this logic, we can solve this question. So now let us see how to write a C program for this. So this is the function named getProductSign, and in the arguments we are accepting two values, an integer named size and an integer array named arr. And first I am creating a new variable named count of negatives, and I am setting it to 0. So first we are going to count the total number of negatives in the array. So I am creating a loop that iterates through the array arr. So in every iteration of this loop, if arr of I is less than 0, then it is a negative value. So whenever this is the case, you are going to increment the value of the variable count of negatives. And also, if any one of the integer in the array is 0, then when we multiply all the integers, our result will be 0. So we can just directly return 0 if any of one integer is 0 in the array arr. So finally, after the execution of the loop, if any one of the integer is 0, then we would have already returned 0. After the execution of the loop, there are two possibilities. Either we will return 1 or we will return -1. So we will decide it based upon the number of negatives. So if the number of negatives is even, then our output will be a positive. So we will return 1. Else we return -1. So this is the logic to solve today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.